welcome to Prashi Ascending, and this is a channel which is going to be about Bhagvat Puran. So, we are going to learn what are the essentials of Bhagvat Puran, like the real meaning of Bhagvat Puran, and it's going to be in the terms which is most applicable to our day-to-day lives in this century. So, Bhagvat Puran's key theme, if you have listened to many satsangs or bhajan or pravachan, the main theme is unconditional love. So let's ask that RadheKrishna be with us from today and onwards so we can all take this journey to unconditional love. And of course, like a lot of myths are going to be busted. That's what I really like to do. And also, we will really know what is unconditional love, what are the blockages of unconditional love, how can we reach there, and after that, once you be it, how to stay in it, because that's also important. We say that I want success, but once you have it, it's equally important that we retain it. So it's also going to be about that. And the reference definitely that I'm using is the Bhagvat Puran. So, how the Bhagavad Puran starts, and I'm going to give you like a very brief intro about it today, and then we will go each chapter wise from tomorrow. So, main thing that has been discussed is uh, a person, and we are not going to go into the traditional meanings and traditional people. So, I'm going to make it very simple for you. So, a person A who is very well versed in Vedas, who knows Bhakti Yoga, who knows the path of knowledge and Vairagya detachment, everything, is asking another person that I have tried everything and why everything has failed. And I see that people are still suffering. I see devotees of Krishna suffering. I see people who have a lot of knowledge suffering. I see monks suffering. So, what is this thing that people are not doing right, or we haven't decoded it right? So then it's the dialogue between person A and B basically, which is Bhagavad Puran. So it's not the two people. So we are going to go to the symbolic meaning of everything. So it's the ego asking, because we live in the illusion, it is Maya. So it's like we feel that I have done everything. I have studied hard and I have used this and I have done that. Then why is it that still I'm not happy? And that's the question all of us have, right? That, look at me, I'm so beautiful, I'm so nice, I'm so all of that. Then why am I getting this blockage? So the person B, which is actually the love of RadheKrishna, unconditional love, which is being portrayed as a form of a person B, takes the person A to the journey of unconditional love. So Bhagavad Puran, in a nutshell of a sentence, is a person's journey from the ego, from illusion, to the soul, to the path of unconditional love. So the person B definitely says it's not all about that, it's not like love and devotion and knowledge. It is unconditional love. And that's what we are going to explore from going ahead. So, yeah, you got it. The unconditional love. And how these three things are broken up into different segments, it is like what are the types of suffering we have. There are types of suffering that we go through, it's just not one. So the first suffering that has been mentioned is the metaphysical. So metaphysical suffering comes into form of having bad hair days, or having not done well done nails, or getting like a flat tire of a car, or if you really like your espresso and the flat taste of espresso, or something in a physical environment that is not right. It could be like YouTubers who are filming, they're struggling with light or they're struggling with audio. All these environmental factors, the environmental stressors, which do not give us a very good experience of how we define good as. That comes into the metaphysical problems. Then the second problem is the karma. So, in Hinduism, or even especially in Vedic sciences and all the cultures and all the religions of this world, we believe that we are souls and we are having a human experience. So, what happens is, and I'm going to go in the karma part a little bit more in the coming series. But what happens is, if we think we are the ones who are doing actions, we have to bear the fruits of it, right? So, like, if I work really hard, I have to get the salary. Or if I study really hard, I have to get good exams. There's like no running away from it. And these sounds really nice things, right? But what if like you die and you were supposed to get the paycheck, but you died and you were really attached to the paycheck? Like, oh my God, I have put 30 days of hard work and I'm dead, and where's my paycheck? So in the next life, the first thing that you want is a paycheck. So that's basically about karmic problems, that we take the ownership. Like the ego loves doing that. Like, I did it, I did it, I did it. So if you did it, you want the result. So in the karmic problems, what we generally see as like bad marriages, bad relationships, bad health, bad wealth, being born into family that you never get along with, and different issues like that. So that comes in the karmic problems. And the third category we have, which is a good problem to have, let me tell you why. So these are the spiritual problems that we get. So like God is very kind, like Krishna gives us hints here and there so we can wake up from the illusion at least sometime. So what happens is, in the spiritual problems is, whenever we realize that I am acting like a musician, but my actual passion is engineering or something like that. So then, whenever we go for our soul calling, is the spiritual problems are actually taking us towards our soul calling. And there could be different issues like anxiety, depression, or just feeling hopeless and meaningless in life. And if you have seen all like people who have made it in their lives, they went through these periods where they almost feel like they have lost everything. And the biggest loss compared to that is they felt that they lost themselves, so they cheated on themselves, they were living a fake life or false life. So all these things come into spiritual problems, where we go on a path where we realize that I was never chasing my happiness. All of it that I was doing was because of any pressure of the society, or I was not clear, I didn't have the courage to marry the person that I wanted, and all of that. And one day you realize, oh my God, I was living in a false dream. And hopefully, with the grace of unconditional love, if we could rise up in it, we will go on a path which is destined for our soul. So that is basically the three categories. And in the traditional sense, it's called Adi Bhautik, Adi Daivik, and Adi Adhyatmik. So the spiritual problems, karmic problems, and metaphysical problems. So those are the only problems we have. I mean, thank God, not more than that. So any problem you take that you're having currently, it will either fall into these three categories. And the only solution to that is unconditional love. So we are going to take this journey from tomorrow and realize, who are we, what is this game of Maya, and we will learn the grace of RadheKrishna. So yes, let's start that from tomorrow. Till then, Radhe Radhe.